let me show you our middle grade books classroom haul because I am so excited. Today is Wednesday, September 29th. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. I've had quite a few new subscribers lately, and I've not been good about like introducing myself, so hi. My name is Tina, I'm the Teacup Teacher. I am a 5th and 6th grade teacher, and this year I'm in Maine. I previously taught in Alaska and New Jersey and Maine, and then I moved back to Maine, so back in Maine. Today, I have recess duty. That is one thing I miss about all of my previous school districts. I've never had recess duty in my life until I worked here. So yay for that. I really shouldn't complain because I know some teachers have like literally 0 breaks. So yeah, today is September 29th. I cannot believe it is almost October. It is so crazy to me. Why am I vlogging for you today? Well, I got a couple of things from my classroom and I wanted to show you guys. I got a bunch of books, which is super exciting. I ordered a ton of books from a company online, and this video is not sponsored. I am just a huge fan, and I think the world needs to know about this website so that they can continue to exist. And I also got something else from Amazon. Shocker. What else is new? I'm going to eat my breakfast, and then I'm going to show you my little mini classroom haul because I am excited. My kids are excited, and I told them that we couldn't put them out until I showed you guys. So I hope you guys are happy. But like I said, I'm gonna eat my food and then I will show you our little mini classroom haul. I know this lighting is really weird, but we're just gonna go with it. It's actually better than it was, so that's a plus. I placed an order through, and again, this is not sponsored, through ThriftBooks. So it's the largest online used bookstore, and I am so thrilled. So they're all used books. It tells you the condition of them, just as if like you buy used textbooks or books online through Amazon. It's the same thing. So I placed an order and I got 1, 2, 3, 15, 16, 20, and then however many are in here. So let's see. I got 21, 2, 3, 23 books for 80 bucks, which to me is a great price. Let me show you these books, and again, they are used. They are all in really great condition. You can tell that they're used, but I buy books at Goodwill, so the quality of these is no different than if I were to purchase them at Goodwill. They are awesome. So I will say 4 of them have made their way into my classroom library already, and they are 4 different I Survived books. So one was The Great Chicago Fire, one was something Joplin, and then Pearl Harbor, and I don't remember what the 4th one was. So there are 4 books missing. My kids already kind of ate them up, so yeah, we are in desperate need of new classroom library books. I used to have a ton. I probably got rid of like 100 or 200 books just because they were dated or they were just really well loved or kids just weren't interested in them. So I'm kind of rebuilding my classroom library with things that I know interest kids. Now that I've been teaching for 5 years, I kind of know what they like, and I also take into consideration them. So I have a Google form that they are able to fill out and request any books that they may want for the classroom library. I will kind of vet whatever they choose and then go from there. So let me show you our middle grade books classroom haul because I am so excited. First up is Front Desk. This is by Kelly Yang, and I have heard amazing things about this book. It has won, I mean, you can see this yellow box is all the awards that this book has won, and I have heard amazing things from other teachers that teach middle grade or upper elementary. So really excited to add this to our library, and I will be reading the back of all of these books to my kids today, so wish me luck because I already have no voice at the end of the day as it is. I also purchased El Defo by CC Bell. This is about a deaf student. I don't have any hard of hearing students this year, but you never know. And honestly, like, regardless, still an awesome book for them to read because they need diversity in their life. This is Ghost, and it is by Jason Reynolds. It is about a boy that has never made the track team, and that's all I'm going to tell you about it. If you want to read it, read it. The next one is Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library by Chris Grabenstein, or Grabenstein. I think it's Stein. I once had a teacher whose last name ended in that, and he told me that you say the letter of the second vowel. So if it's Steen, it's I-E, and if it's Stein, it's E-I. That was what he said. He said sometimes it doesn't always happen, but for the most part, that's the rule of thumb. So I'm gonna say Grabenstein, but I may be wrong. But this is that story. This is when Kyle learns that the most famous game maker has designed the town's new library and is having an invitation-only lock-in on the first night. He is determined to be there. Seems like a really good one. It had really great reviews, New York Times bestseller. Kids rave about it. I do have one of the I Survived that I have a couple I Survived, but these are not the ones that are missing. This is I Survived Japanese Tsunami. If you guys teach like 3rd and up, I'm sure you know all about I Survived. Also got the eruption of Mount St. Helens and Hurricane Katrina. I know I don't have Hurricane Katrina. I apparently had eruption of Mount St. Helens and didn't know, but I'm excited because I have a student that's really in love with the whole like Mount St. Helens like area and the history behind it. And then Japanese Tsunami, I couldn't remember if I had that, but whatever. If we have multiples, then they are not waiting. I have kids waiting to read them. So if they are a multiple, like, guess what? We have extras for them to check out. I also purchased Maxie's Secret. This is by Lynn Plord. I know this lighting is horrible, guys. I'm really sorry. This is actually a Maine author. So she lives right here in Maine where I live. She writes incredible children's picture books, and I did not know that she did chapter books as well. So I am extra excited to read. Some of these pages are bent, so I'm gonna fix this. I'm really extra excited to read this. Again, great author. So I want to read this before I put it out, but I am going to put it out for my kiddos. Very excited. It's about a little boy. I think the little boy is deaf. No, the dog is deaf. I knew someone was deaf in this book. The dog is deaf, so super sweet book. I also purchased Roller Girl by Victoria Jameson. This is a graphic novel, which my kids are all about lately, so they will be extra excited. I purchased Restart by Gordon Corman. I thought I had this book, but I did not, apparently. It's definitely been on my to-buy list for a very long time. So I've heard that this is incredible, and I think I might want to kind of try it as a read aloud before I put it out, but I'm going to put it out and see if there's any bites on it. And then by Cynthia Lord, I have Rules. This is another one that's won a bunch of awards. This is about a little girl who just wants a normal life. Her little brother has autism, and her family kind of revolves around his diagnosis. Kind of random, but I realized that the only Shel Silverstein book that I have, actually 2, are up there, and I wanted one for our classroom library, and this one is Falling Up. My students are doing the 40-book challenge, and I don't have a ton of poetry, so I did include that one in my order. That one's from Amazon, so we'll go back to that. But this book is by Jared Cullum. This is Cody. This is a book set in Alaska, which is actually why I bought it. There's not a lot of words in this book. It's a graphic novel, but there are pretty much like no words. But having taught in Alaska, I was kind of like biased and had to get this. The illustrations in this, listen guys, I love art. So let me just open up to a page. Like, I just love the illustrations of this book. You can see like the cover is just beautiful. It sucks you right in. And then I purchased When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and Omar Mohammed. I've heard incredible things about this book, and this one I am definitely reading ASAP. It's also a graphic novel. It's by the same author as Roller Girl, which I also purchased, so that's awesome. And the back is really enlightening, and it says refugee camps are supposed to be a temporary place to stay until it's safe to go back home. I guess no one expected the war to last so long though, because Hassan and I have been here for 7 years. None of my kids have gravitated toward this, but I am definitely going to put it up on top of our shelf and really push this. But I also have not, like, I held the book up and I told them the title, but I haven't told them what it's about. So I'm hoping they will read this. And then the last one is a game of Fox and Squirrels. This one's not a graphic novel. This is a chapter book. Oh my gosh. It's a chapter book, and it's about a little girl and her older sister who are sent to live with their aunt in rural Oregon, and they've never met their aunt before. So I just loved the cover. Apparently this has won quite a few awards as well. This was, at least in Maine, this was on like the Maine Kids Book Choice Awards or something like that. So I definitely grabbed that. And yeah, so that is my book haul. The other, actually no it's not, I'm sorry, I have 3 more books to show you. This one I bought because guys, I love dogs. It's a true story of a Mutt and Marine and a miracle. So I have a lot of dog loving kids in this classroom, so I grabbed this. I think I paid like $1.99 for this book. But it's about Nubs, an Iraqi dog of war. He's never had a home or person of his own, so I thought that that was really sweet, so I grabbed that one. And it has like real pictures in here. Let me go back. Like, it has real pictures. I don't know if you guys can see those, but yeah. And then that one, and then that one. So I thought that that was super sweet. And then this one, I don't remember buying this one, but I remember seeing the title. Maybe I thought it was a chapter book, but that's fine, whatever. This one is Pink and Say by Patricia Polacco. And I think I thought it was a chapter book, which, I mean, it's fine. I need picture books. I have kids of all levels, so it is perfectly fine. But definitely thought it was something else, apparently. And then on Amazon, I purchased War Horse. I ordered this because I had a student who loves horses. She has been begging me to read War Horse, and I knew I had it. Could not find it anywhere. I looked all last week for her. Thursday, I went to our local bookstore. They didn't have it. It would take 2 weeks to come in, and while I was standing at the counter, I ordered it on Amazon. It was delivered on Saturday. Friday afternoon, I was sitting here at my desk, and I found it in this little shelf right there. I set it up there earlier this school year to set aside for the girl who was asking me to read it, because I saw it and I was like, she loves horses. She's gonna love this story. Totally forgot that I set it aside for her. So yeah, all right. Anyway, it is currently 7:45. I'm gonna get ready for today, get our slides up, and just make sure everything's settled. I had a couple kids leave some stuff out, so I'm gonna pick that up. And then I'm gonna get these books over. I think I'm gonna put them on the table by my rocking chair because I do want to tell my students about them. I love to read the summary, the little blurb to my students to get them hooked, and then they can read them from there. I also wanna put my name in them. I need a stamp, but I would love to marry Dusty one day. I know it's really weird to say, but Dusty and I do plan to get married someday, so I don't want to buy a stamp with my last name currently, so I'm holding off on buying anything with my last name so that I can just get one with his last name. But so for right now, I just write them with Sharpie in the inside cover, which is horrible, but whatever. They're already used books that I paid like $2 a piece for, so I do not care. I'm gonna go get set up for today, and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Probably not during lunch and recess because I have duty today, but I will talk to you guys after school. Okay, we are ready to start today. I just spent some time sharpening pencils and cleaning up the supply shelf, and we are in desperate need of a new sharpener. This thing cannot sharpen pencils to save its life. I think it may be like older than dirt. It's one of those like Boss Stitch, they're really good pencil sharpeners, but I think it's just been used to death. So I'm currently sitting here updating our Amazon wish list. I've actually had quite a few people ask how they can help out my classroom, which is so mind-blowing to me that people are willing to help out essentially a complete stranger. So I have started linking our Amazon wish list down in the description below. Please don't ever feel obligated, but some people have reached out, like I said, and they've asked like how they can help out my room. If you're ever looking to add to our classroom community and our supplies, again, that is linked down below. Do not ever feel like you have to, but if you are looking to help out, that information is down there. It's 8:17. I have 13 minutes until our friends start arriving for the day. They, this morning, are working on their morning work, and then they are finishing up their CNN 10 worksheets, which I will show you guys later. We started CNN 10 yesterday. They really seem to enjoy it. I just want to broaden their horizons. I live in a very not diverse community, and I want my students to see and hear people from all around the world, different cultures. That way, if they ever talk to somebody that sounds different, like it's not a shock to them. I find it fascinating that a lot of people that I meet in Maine cannot understand anybody with even the slightest accent, and it's just so weird to me. I grew up in the suburbs of Philadelphia. It was like a melting pot basically, and it was so beautiful to hear different languages and see different skin colors and just different people, and I miss that. And I want my students to be exposed to other cultures. So we did start doing CNN 10 during our social emotional learning block. Our focus for that, like why are we watching CNN 10, is just to expose them to different things, but also because I don't have access to second step, which I'm supposed to do during that block, so I figured we'll use this to supplement. But I want them to be exposed. I also want them to understand primary and secondary sources when we get a little bit deeper into that. Right now we're just getting our feet wet. We're getting used to the format of CNN 10. They really seemed to like it yesterday, especially the trivia part. So we'll see how it goes today. All right, I am going to go get this day started. So I will talk to you guys after school today. Bye. Hello, you guys. It is the end of the day, and I'm really excited because I think I told you earlier, I've been using my ring light as a desk lamp. So it's been like right here. So if you see like previous videos, just this side of my face is illuminated. It's a really small one that actually Dusty used to use when he did TikTok. So I moved it to the other side of my desk because, one, it illuminates my entire face because I hate having the overhead lights on, but also it really does function as a desk lamp, and it has like a little remote. I don't think it'll reach on camera, but it has like a little remote, so I can turn it off and on from right here, and I can switch the color. So I'm very excited. So it is 4:17. Normally I can leave at 3:45. Wednesdays in my district we stay until 4:45. That's my happy face, because we have PLCs and faculty meetings. So every single Wednesday I stay until 4:45. Our meeting ended about 10 minutes ago, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can leave early. I think we're supposed to stay and read for our book study because that's what our PLC has become, but I have already read it, so I don't know what to do. So I figured if Dusty already let the dogs out, which he did, I have time to kill. So I am sitting here working on grad work because I am prepped and everything is ready to go for tomorrow. So I am working on this paper, and my goal is to get it done before I leave for today. I am sipping on a 0 sugar Coke. I don't really love soda, but Dusty picked these up, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been hating them, and I hate soda, but I don't hate this 0 sugar. I probably shouldn't be having caffeine at 4:20 in the afternoon, but it's fine. It is what it is. Everything's fine. Yeah, so today was a good day overall. I have one student who just has taken boundary testing to a whole new level. There are no boundaries, and it's not a disrespect thing because they're not doing it intentionally. They just really don't know any better, and I'm at a loss. And I have just taken the approach of, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but when you're ready to work, I will help you. Or I'm sorry that you didn't follow directions because you weren't listening, but when you decide to admit that you weren't paying attention and doing your best listening, I am willing to help you because I don't know what else to do. I am struggling, and I have never struggled with behavior. I know that sounds really terrible and cocky, and I'm sorry, but I pride myself on the building of relationships with my students to avoid issues like this. The student's just a tough little kiddo, and they're so bright, just doesn't know any better. I'm struggling because I don't know what to do, because I've 5 years of teaching, I've never had behaviors like this. And like I said, it's not defiance, it's not refusal, it's just incessant noise making of just whining, not paying attention. Like, it really isn't terrible now that I say it out loud. So I'm gonna quit whining, because I know some teachers have it so much worse. So now that I have actually said that out loud, I realize how good I have it. So I take it all back. But yeah, so it was a good day in the 5th and 6th grade world today. I do have a headache though, which is why I'm drinking this. That's why I started to talk to you guys about this. I don't normally drink soda, but I didn't touch my coffee today. Today was just one of those days where I brought my coffee in, but it's still full. I think I took 1 sip, not even exaggerating, and I have just been go, 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 and haven't had the chance to touch it. Oh, and I do have one other thing that I want to show you guys that I didn't earlier. So let me turn you around and let me show you this real quick. So I do mystery trash and dirtiest wipe, which, let me sit down and talk to you. Mystery trash is something that we do at the end of the day, though we did not do it last week and I feel really bad. But mystery trash at the end of the day, I set a 60-second timer where I choose 1 to 2 items. It could be trash, it could be a supply item that is out of place, not where it's supposed to be, it's on the floor, wherever. My kids love to leave things on my windowsills. That's one place that drives me crazy. I will set a 60-second timer, and they have 60 seconds to clean up the room, and they will go until they are proud of the room. So if they say, are we done? I say, if your family walked in here right now, would you be proud to call this your classroom? After the 60 seconds is done, I announce the person who got the item. Now, obviously, if the room is already spick and span, like, I'm just gonna choose a child at random. When I choose a child for that, or dirtiest wipe, which dirtiest wipe we have not done yet this year, we haven't had time. But dirtiest wipe is when I give each student a sanitation wipe or a cleaning wipe, and they clean everything in the room. Whoever has the dirtiest wipe gets a prize. And I have a clean room. So when I choose students for that, they have a choice of a hard candy. So there used to be Jolly Ranchers in here, but there aren't anymore. So right now it's just Dum Dums, Lifesavers, and I think there's some Lifesaver mints in there. There's a Jolly Rancher. Typically there are more options, but I have not refilled that yet. They have the options of stickers. Oh, that's not my stickers. These are my stickers. And when students were choosing stickers, I would pull out like a variety of them and I would fan them out on my desk. But the problem is, instead of putting them back in their little pouches, because there's a few, they would get tossed to the bottom. So they just are loose in there and they're all mixed up. And I got really sick of doing that. And I was like, Tina, we are not doing that this year. We are going to be organized and we need to come up with a better system. My 3 a.m. aha moment was this pocket chart, which you can see it's not super big. It's very small. And it is my way of displaying a handful of each stickers at a time. So all of my sports, Pokemon, brands, boho, farmhouse, floral, chic type ones, travel ones, superheroes, and quotes. So as students pick 1 or 2 here and there, I'll replace them with the same kind. And now I put them on thumbtacks. That way I can literally just pull this down, I'm trying to do this with one hand, and I can lay this out and say, hey, here you go, pick a sticker. And then when they're done, I can put it right back on our wall. And it's always up on display. It's a nice reminder of what they're working toward. And in addition, after 2.5 weeks, I have raffle tickets that should finally be delivered today. They were supposed to be delivered on Monday. Mind you, Monday was exactly 2 weeks from my order date. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks I've been promising these to my students. And those they will also be able to cash in. I think I'm gonna make it like 8 or 10, and they can cash in for a sticker or a piece of candy. I'm also gonna try, I do wanna go to Dollar Tree and pick up some prizes that they could use. I have been talking to you guys for a very long time now. I'm gonna start packing up and get this room ready for tomorrow. guys, I am officially getting packed up to get out of here. I am going to end this vlog off here. Me talking about the books took up a ton of time, so I don't want this vlog to be super long because then it takes me longer to edit and I can't get it up as soon as I would love to. So as always, thank you so much for following along. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit subscribe. Follow me over on Instagram, and if you have any middle grade book recommendations, please drop them in the comments down below. I would love to know what kids in your class are reading because my kids are really starting to kind of eat up books. So I am excited to get them what they want in their hands. I love to know what other kids their age are reading because I am new to 6th grade, so I have mostly like things that appeal to like 3rd through 5th. So I do need some older books. So again, drop those in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.